getting high on my own gold throne. Never listening criticism, I built my own. From the bottom, I've gotten myself in my own zone. Never stopping, I made it and no, I ain't gone home.
This is head coach Kelly Housewright of your Gate City Lady Blue Devils, and you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be and however you may be listening to us. Thank you for making us a part of your Friday evening. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. I'm Joe Carter along with Chris Carr and Rob Ferguson. And first things first, we want to wish each of you and your families a safe, tremendous, and very Merry Christmas. We're coming to you live from Science Hill High School, where our Gate City basketball teams have come to take on another TSSAA powerhouse as a part of their non-district schedule. Here on the Premier Pharmacy pregame show, we're going to have an in-depth look at the Gate City Science Hill matchup, talk about the keys to the game, go over the starting lineups and get you ready for the girls' game. Then we're going to broadcast, again, that Lady Devil game live, and once they're done, we'll get you ready for the boys' game with the James River Advisors pregame show. And, of course, we'll broadcast that game live as well. So we'll be back in just about 1 minute, get you ready for a great night of basketball action. Gate City and Science Hill. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports here on the Premier Pharmacy pregame show. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
Broadmoor Senior Living at Johnson City is known for its warm, social feel and great customer service. Because we're a relatively small community, we get to know our residents well, and they become like family to us. We take pride in the care and service we provide to our residents and their families and remain committed to providing a supportive community atmosphere that is more than just a place to live, it's home. So give them a call today at 423-282-0300. Again, that's 423-282-0300. Broadmoor Senior Living of Johnson City.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here live. About 9 minutes left before the girls tip off here again. The varsity girls playing Science Hill. I want to bring in the man, the myth, the legend. He is Chris Demolition Carr.
I was waiting to see what my nickname was going to be tonight.
We'll keep it with Demolition. How are you tonight, Mr. Carr?
I am fired up. Anytime you get to go to the Hill, watch Science Hill get beat, it's going to be a good night.
Of course, you came over with Dobbins Bennett a few times. Saw some great games, of course, at Freedom Hall. We're here in their new gymnasium. Of course, they built this facility in 2012. First time I've ever been in here.
Yeah, it's the first time for me, too. And like we were talking about in the pregame, it kind of sort of reminds me of Wise Central.
Oh, wow.
I hope the game doesn't get that out of control tonight, but just the look of it's kind of similar to Wise, if anybody's ever been up there.
Only if we're lucky. Only if we're lucky. All right, so let's talk about this game. Again, our Lady Devils come in, taking on the Lady Hilltoppers. I think the keys to the game, first thing, Gate City must continue to move the ball on offense. In that upset win over Daniel Boone on Tuesday night, the Lady Devils ran their motion offense as efficiently as they have all season. They're continuously put pressure on that defense, where they couldn't actually key in on just one player. We had great looks. Gate City must do that against a very disciplined Science Hill team if we're going to come out here with a win tonight.
Well, one thing that's got me concerned about this game, Joe, is Science Hill's height. They have 4 players that are 5'10" or above. They've got a couple of girls. I'm 6'1", and they're getting up close to my height. Honestly, Gate City's had trouble with big girls this season. I hope they're going to find a way to contain them.
Again, it'll be a challenge for Fullett and for Housewright. Second thing is, I think the Lady Devils' success is going to be tied into their turnovers. In the first quarter of Tuesday's win over Daniel Boone, Gate City committed 9 turnovers and they trailed 13-12. For the remainder of the game, they committed 9 total and they built a 16-point lead in which they ended up winning by 11.
Well, turnovers have been a problem this year, and if they do that tonight, Science Hill will take advantage of it.
Yeah, again, this team does get out and run as we talked about, they've got some big girls underneath in terms of their front line. However, this Science Hill team likes to run, and again, we've got to do a great job. The other night, if you remember, we talked about this, and I think it's true tonight. We've got to get back and defend in transition. The Lady Devils, again, they cut off a lot of those Daniel Boone breakouts the other night. They didn't allow them to get into that, fast pace. We made them sort of work the ball, and it came to our advantage as, again, Fullen and Housewright dominated inside.
Well, this is a good team. They do have 2 losses this year, but they have both come to traditional powerhouse schools. They've got a loss to Jeff County, and of course they have a loss to your Dobyns-Bennett Indians. But this is a good team, and this could be a statement win for Gay City tonight. If they're wanting respect in Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, this is how to get it.
Again, Gate City coming in this game 7-1 overall. Of course, that lone loss at Wise Central. Of course, that was that 50 to 41 setback. I think the fourth thing that Gate City that's going to be a key tonight. Gate City needs to continue as they pump up the music here, as they must continue their inside dominance against Daniel Boone and Tennessee High. Gate City out-rebounded each team by an average of 36-22. Again, with nobody over 6 foot, even though they've got some that are taller, we've still got to be able to assert ourselves inside. You talk about a Fullen, you talk about a Housewright, but you got a Mara Mullins, a Kate Pendleton. You've got some of those players that play in the post and need to play big tonight, again, for Gate City to have any success.
Well, they're going to have to come in, elbows out, shoulders back, and just be ready to box out. Science Hill, if I had to guess, overall average does have a height advantage over Gay City tonight, which has been unusual. Normally, Gay City, the teams they've played so far, kind of had the edge in that. So it's going to be interesting to see how, like you said, the post players, the wings, can kind of jockey for position on the rebounds. I think the big key tonight is they've got to win the rebounds.
Yes, indeed. And again, it was kind of an unsung thing the other night, but again, we really dropped on the board. 17 rebounds by Fullen. I mean, she dominated inside. And then you had other players like Pendleton and Mara Mullins that did step up and each had 5 rebounds apiece. So, I think that's going to be a key. I think a big thing that we've not really sort of hit our stride with is our outside shooting, and I think that's going to be a matchup tonight I'm looking for. Again, we start off the season, we hit 7 3-pointers against Rye Cove. We've never hit more than 5 in any other game.
Well, Mara's shown some flashes. She's been kind of streaky with it this year. If she can get hot, that's really going to open up the inside game. And hopefully, if Fullen can get her 17 rebounds again tonight, get hot, Housewright makes some key baskets underneath, it's going to have the opposite effect. That should open up the outside shooting.
And something we've also not mentioned a lot about is the free throw shooting. At Wise Central, it was our...
Well, there's a reason we've not mentioned the free throw shooting.
It was our Achilles heel. The one time we don't shoot well, Fullen had those 8 misses. We didn't shoot well at all from the free throw line, but we've shot every other game. This game could come down to free throw shooting.
Well, I really, my gut's telling me on this, my spidey sense is tingling. This game's going to be won in the paint. Whichever team plays better defense, I think, is going to come out on top.
Yeah, sitting here watching everybody sort of shoot around from outside. We're starting to hit a few from outside, so I think, if we can, of course, as we mentioned, Coach Housewright did start to sort of change a little bit in terms of the overall offense, pulling away from the basket, open up some of those lanes. Really was an advantage for us the other night. So,
well, Fullen's made several shots right outside of the lane, maybe 10 feet out, not quite the free throw line. So she can shoot from there. She's pretty good at it. If that's what it takes, hey, whatever. Let's go for it.
So we got about 2 minutes left. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and get you ready again. This Gate City basketball team coming in here hot, 7-1 as they take on the 10-2 Hilltoppers from Science Hill. You're listening to the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
America's ingenuity in medicine advanced the world. Premier Pharmacy's innovation has changed the profession. At Premier Pharmacy, what we create is personal. For our patients, one size doesn't fit all. So let the grocery stock your food. Let the retail chains print your photos. Let the supercenters sell you shampoo. At Premier Pharmacy, we'll make your medicine. For more information, call 423-245-1022 or visit rxpremier.com.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
And we're back here. About 1 minute left before we tip off. Of course, every game seems like it changes a little bit. Looks like we're probably going to have the national anthem prior to this game. So we're going to take another quick break. Again, listen to our sponsor, Premier Pharmacy, a little bit more. We'll have the national anthem. We'll come back. Rob will get us set up with the starting lineups and ready for a great night of basketball action. Again, folks, you're listening to the Premier Pharmacy pregame show here on the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
When it comes to health, it's personal. This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine?
The increase of Alzheimer's disease has captured the attention of many Americans. The aging process is challenging enough without the fear of declining cognitive function. The actual cause of Alzheimer's disease is still unknown, but there are factors that decrease the risk of developing the disease. Eating healthy foods, good physical and mental exercise, and some nutritional supplements have proven helpful in the support of brain health. Flaxseed oil, ginkgo biloba, and grapeseed extract are just supplements you can take to help. Your Premier Pharmacy pharmacists are especially trained to recommend nutritional options that will help to support your cognitive function and will not interact with other medications that you may be taking as well.
This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. 25 years of creating personalized medicine. 109 Jack White Drive, Kingsport. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
When it comes to health, it's personal. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine? Premier Pharmacy on Jack White Drive in Kingsport, where our solutions aren't cookie cutter. Each treatment is as unique as you are. With 25 years of creating personalized medicine, Premier Pharmacy puts you first. At Premier Pharmacy, you're a name, not a refill. Premier Pharmacy, Jack White Drive, Kingsport. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
And that is the conclusion of the national anthem. Ready to rock and roll. We'll bring in the third member of the team, Mr. Ferguson. How's everything going tonight?
Just fine, Joe. How are you and Chris doing tonight?
Oh, getting bigger and uglier, and we can't help either one. So,
yes, sir.
So get us cranked up here. Who's going to be starting off tonight as Gate City takes on Science Hill?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Science Hill. Starting for Science Hill is going to be a 5'7". Their guard is going to be number 11, Sheila Greenleaf. Number 14, Alicia Hill will be starting at point guard. Number 30, Alicia Smith, one of the top two scorers on the team. She's 5'11" forward, will be starting tonight. Also at guard, number 55, a 5'9" junior, Erin Eggerbrook. And the fifth member of the team is Samantha Fugit. As the lights go down, kind of did ours backwards. They're getting ready to do Science Hill. Quickly starting for Gate City, number 5, Kendall Quillen. Number 14, Kate Pendleton. Number 20, Jaden Poland. 23, Sarah Thompson. Number 14, Number 24, Laura Mullis. Our normal starting five tonight for the Lady Blue Devils.